It's actually a great question because I think there's a handful of us that both serve on the Commerce Committee and the Armed Services Committee. So there's certain things like spectrum, like when you're accessing, Wi-Fi or
Yeah.
that there's a push and pull a little bit on the commercial side versus defense side that you try to balance those interests for national security. But I would say maybe the best example is probably in space because the first shots in the next big war are going to be fired in space because it's all about seeing things, having that kind of advantage. Because if the United States ever enters, we want to enter with overwhelming force where our war fighters are in the best position possible, right? And a lot of that is just sort of intelligence and what you see. And that's evolved a lot since when my grandfather served in World War II, right? And so the commercial side on commercial space innovation is really kind of leading. NASA now has a very different role than it used to have. But you see companies like Blue Origin and SpaceX really kind of leading the way on this. And one example of that is, so just think of the satellite constellation and networks that they're not like a one-off anymore. Like you've got, a bunch of these going up now
Mm.
that create some resilience. So if you're trying to blind the other side, it's not as easy as taking out one satellite if you've got this kind of constellation that exists. And really on the commercial side, they're innovating and we need to maintain that advantage with China. We need to make sure that that innovation is happening here. They're not far behind. I mean, they're playing for real, but we've got to maintain that advantage. And then also with AI,
Yeah.
you've got on the commercial application side, but then on the military side, that stuff it's existential. Like you can't lose,
Yeah.
right? You can't lose. That's how civilizations come and go is you have the technological advantage. So I would say being on those two committees gives you some insight and we're working to make sure we maintain that innovative advantage.